Meatheads have been asking, did Chef Pat really perform so well at the Comedy Store in Hollywood that they asked me to come back the next week and I fucking bombed? Yes, that happened. And it was so bad that I left California and I have not been back until now. We're here now for a little redemption. Cooking meat, bonus episode. Let's cook some swordfish. Here we go, meatheads, back again for the bonus episode. Chef Pat has been out in Los Angeles mixing it up and rubbing elbows with all the big names. I have a friend who is a very big-time restaurant guy, and this is his vacation home. He's not here. Him and I are really close. Called him up and said, hey, I'm in LA. Are you at home? No, man, we're not home. Can I use your kitchen for an episode? I said, of course you can. You're an amazing chef. I would be honored if you brought the greatest cooking show ever made to my kitchen. I'll call you back to confirm, and he never called me back, but that's basically a yes, the way I look. Pretty much, we're good to go. So today what we're doing, we got the ocean. We are gonna cook something special. We're cooking fish meat today. Yesterday, we went down to the local fish market. Always buy local, and we were looking for the closest fish to meat that we could find. And we found swordfish steak. It said steak on the sign. That's practically meat. And what we're gonna pair with that today is we're gonna make a lovely spinach and lemon risotto. Risotto. Otherwise known as risotto. Risotto is an Italian rice. It's mostly of arborio rice, and it's kind of almost, I want to say like stewed. It's not really like steamed and boiled and kind of made like a regular rice. This takes a lot more work to it, but it's very creamy, very rich. It's gonna go with the fish steak really well. Swordfish meat, if you don't eat swordfish, it's like steak. It's a very hearty fish. It's not flaky. I mean, knife and fork and cut it up. And on top of the fish, we're gonna make a kind of like a spicy topping. I don't really know how to describe it. Part of being a great chef is stealing other chefs' recipes and making them a little bit like your own. So the Funky Fish Monger, he is one of the sexiest chefs out there. He makes cooking sexy. The way he smashes garlic makes my penis tingle almost every time. We're gonna make a kind of a topping of this fish that's in his style, because I like the way he cooks, and I'm gonna steal his ideas, because that's how chefing works. So we're gonna get started right now with the risotto. All right, we're gonna warm up our pan. Risotto uses a lot of butter. I think in France they put cream. And I know I said Italian earlier, but this is actually more like a Spanish risotto. Everyone steals everything else's ideas. It probably came from Italy. Spanish stole risotto. French stole the Spanish risotto. They all kind of blend it up. They all make their own things. That's kind of how cooking works, man. Food travels across the world and changes and adapts or whatever. This is how Chef Pat's gonna redeem himself. The redemption. Redemption song. Oh, pirates, yes, they rob I. So we're gonna chop our onion. We're gonna do a little fine dice on this guy. You don't need the best knives. I can cook with anything. I can cook with a sharp rock if I need to. I take back what I said about these knives. That actually works pretty good. Kind of thinly shave these off. We are making one dish for one person, so, and honestly, I think that's a lot harder than cooking for a lot of people. Making just one little dish, multiplying recipes is easy. Dividing recipes is hard. Math is hard. It's easier to do recipes that have like one whole onion, one whole garlic, 1 cup, whatever. As soon as I start having to do addition and subtraction and multiplication, it's really hard for me. I'm not Bill Nye the math guy. I'm Chef Pat the meat guy. Our butter is getting melty. We have it on low, so it's not gonna burn or anything. It's gonna be a lot of butter. Swordfish is a fish that has a nose like a sword. That's why they call it that. They're big meat fish. I think they're like a sport fish. I get seasick, so I've never actually been on a boat. There's no cows out there anyway, so what's the point? There's people who love to go fishing, and they're called fish meatermans. I'm still gonna keep this on low because I still have to chop garlic. Yeah. So we're gonna do, let's say, 4 little butt cheeks of garlic. Smash these up. This can be real rough because garlic will cook down and we'll soften everything up. Smash these all up and then we'll just get really good. All right, so we're gonna throw that garlic. We got our butter, we got our onions, we got our garlic. So we're gonna soften this up, saute this down. Once this gets nice and soft, we are going to deglaze it with a little bit of white wine. Risotto. Risotto is one of those things where once you kind of learn how to make the base of it, it's really easy. All right, so we're gonna put a little salt in here. Fresh cracked salt, fancy, Dave. This is something where we're not really trying to get a char onto it. We just really want to soften these guys down because they will keep cooking throughout this whole process and it's gonna cook for a while. Redemption song, Zola Yeverad. Oh yeah, here we go. A wee bit more. Oh, it already smells so risotto-y. So now we got this soft little mixture. We're going to put our rice in. Rice is basically gonna soak up all that with some chicken stock. Since I'm on vacation here, this isn't my normal kitchen. It was really hard for me to make my own chicken stock because I had to find a bunch of chickens to kill. All right, we're gonna use this coffee cup. All right, yeah. The point of making risotto is it's not like a firm rice or a sticky rice or anything like that. It's like a creamy rice. So you basically just keep cooking this down and down and down, and adding liquid until that rice is soft and absorbs it all. You add a little butter and it'll be just like this creamy base. We have our wild chicken stock. We're gonna use probably like 2 milk jugs of this stuff, but we'll do it a little bit at a time. Yeah, maybe like say a half of a milk jug of this stuff. Perfect. While this is going on, we're going to char this pepper. Peppers have like a skin on them. And when you char the peppers, you're gonna peel that skin off, and we're gonna peel it all off, and we're gonna be left with like this really smoky, soft flesh. And we're gonna add that to a Funky Fish Monger style topping to our swordfish. All you young chefs out there, man, I'm looking for some new creative ideas. How am I gonna take this regular hamburger to the next level? Go to a fancy hamburger restaurant, try all their hamburgers, steal some ideas. That's how you do it. Oh yeah, see, we're charring the skin. And all that skin is gonna blister and peel, and we're gonna let the rest is gonna peel right off. So we're gonna turn the heat down. Now we got this kind of boiling. We're gonna be on medium heat, like medium-high heat. You just kind of keep stirring it and soaking it in and tasting it, adding a little salt, adding a little pep. Cooking food, good food like this should be a process. You shouldn't just be able to whip it up sometimes. Sometimes you gotta put a little love into it. And that is a good thing, because when you cook for a loved one and you put effort into it and you take your time, you're like, wow, you love me. This is how you cook with love. Also, put your dick in it. For fish, you do not want to bring your fish out and let it sit on the counter and come to room temperature. That's not a good idea with fish. With steaks and stuff, meats and all that, yeah, you kind of want to do that. We're keeping that fish in the fridge until we cook it. And we're going to season it real fast and I'm just going to show you how we do a Funky Fish Monger topping. Have you seen that guy smash garlic? I'm serious. It is something to behold. Redemption song, it's all I ever had. You can do this on the grill too. We will not be doing that. You see how that risotto has absorbed a lot of that stock and that butter and that wine and stuff. It's almost like a gruel now. The rice, I don't know if you can tell by looking at it, but it's still very uncooked. So we're gonna add another big batch of this stuff. Risotto is not a difficult thing to make, but something that you need kind of to pay attention to and some patience for. Ah! I like to roast things. I like to char things. You will see a theme throughout all of our cooking. You're gonna look at that and be like, oh my God, he's burning it. It's not burnt, okay? It's charred, and that's exactly what we want it for, okay? We're gonna peel all that skin, and all that delicious smoky flavor is gonna be underneath in the flesh. So sexy. This is still going. This is charred enough. So we're gonna actually pull this off. I mean, look how easy that is. So we're just kind of still working on this risotto. Keep on stirring it. Keep on cooking. Keep on keeping on. It does smell good though. Once we get this probably one more round of broth that needs to absorb, we can chop up some spinach and throw it in, and we'll start putting some of the lemon in there. And then we can make our sauce. All right, so we have reduced this down again. The rice is fluffing up, but I mean, it's still pretty firm. We are going to add the rest of this. So at this point, we have added 1 complete jug of chicken stock. Since we're getting halfway cooked, we're gonna chop up, just loosely chop up this spinach, and we can throw that in there. And this will start to cook down. Come back here, come back over here. You and your scoopers. We're gonna kind of fold all this spinach in, into the risotto. So we are on our second milk jug of chicken stock. A little more, and we're gonna let that do its thing. Chicken stock. Now we can start working on our sexy sauce. So we cut the top off, we cut this open, and we're gonna take out all the seeds. And since this is cooked and charred, it's pretty easy to do this. Just take them all out. The seeds are usually where a lot of the spice is, but we're not really looking for the spice, we're looking for the flavor, and the texture of the seeds is not something we want for this sauce. So then we'll start to peel all this stuff off, and you can do this with the back of your knife too. It's really easy. Just peel all this burnt skin off. So young chefs out in the world, this is something that all chefs do and all chefs practice. If they say they don't, they're lying. What I would do is I would pick 5 chefs that I really admire and like the way they cook. And I would take one thing from each of those chefs and I would apply it to my cooking. So if you take 5 different kinds of styles, techniques, the way they cook ingredients, for example, I like to burn things. You take one thing from a chef you admire, combine it with other stuff, and you start creating your own style, your own techniques. But the way you gotta do that is you innovate on somebody else's stuff, where you try it and you do something different and blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it works. A lot of times it doesn't. I have failed way more than I have succeeded at creating new stuff. The point is, you just gotta keep trying. So this is our pepper. It's all coming together, especially when you just show up at someone's house, uninvited, and you just start looking around for stuff, man. Sometimes it's annoying being this good at cooking. Just show up, this, bing, bang, boom, bomb, gourmet dinner, gourmet meal. You're welcome, world. This is a yellow chili. That's the name of it. If you find it in grocery stores, it's just literally called yellow chili. It's sweet, it's mild on the spice, which is what we want. We're not trying to kill the fish with some spice, but we do, ooh, dude, that's roasty and toasty, that's good. So next, we're gonna do another head of garlic. I am gonna try and do a sexy Funky Fish Monger garlic smash. Let's see how it goes, because he really just like, and then Dang it. That was not how it worked. It does not look like that when he does it. He like makes a paste out of it immediately. So we got garlic, we got chili. So we're gonna do a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Because it's steak, we're having fish steak. EVOO, which means extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna do a touch of balsamic. We're gonna dip some balls in it. Beep. Oh, dude, we are risottoing up, my friend. Actually, we're gonna turn the heat down a little bit because this is going a little faster than I thought. I thought we would need more. Now we're gonna add a few seasonings to this. I don't know what he has. Yeah. I'm making it up as I'm going along. Fresh cracked salt. That is new for us. A little fresh cracked. The broth is all pretty much evaporated. We're gonna add a little bit of lemon zest. Lemon zest is a great way to add just a tiny bit of freshness and acidity without overpowering things. It just kind of adds a little like hint of lemon. Just like a lemon. You know what I mean? Just a lemon, you know? This is looking really good, guys. This is looking really good. Okay, so we've used 1 1/3 milk jug of chicken broth. All right, so then the last thing we're gonna do over here, we're gonna finish our awesome sauce. We're gonna put a little Italian seasoning for our Spanish risotto. We're just mixing all the Mediterranean, the whole Mediterranean, ancient spice roads, the Silk Road. It's just all paprika. And this is just for color. I mean, to get a little smokiness out of it. I think we got it, baby. We're gonna drop a big chunk of butter in there. Risotto so thick, make your spoon stick. Keep it gangster, y'all, keep it gangster. Okay, everybody out in LA has got a little bit of risotto in them. Oh, that's gonna be really good. So yeah, this is super creamy. So now we're just gonna add Parmesan cheese. This is kind of the last little bit to really just chunk it up. And you know what? This is one of the things, you can make it as cheesy and as creamy as you want. There's no limit to it. If you like your risotto super creamy and cheesy, by all means, proceed. Girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Holy moly, she's a thick bitch. We'll taste this, beautiful, delicious. You know what I mean? So yeah, so just trying to step up your rice. I mean, think about it. What goes good with fish? Lemon, wine, weed, the 3 W's of cooking fish meat. What was I talking about? Check out this lovely concoction, the Fish Monger Special. So we're gonna save these for the fish afterwards. Okay, so look at our beautiful fish meat that we got from Quality Seafood yesterday. The Quality Seafood. When you want seafood and you want quality, Quality Seafood. Fish should not smell fishy. That's probably rule number 1 when you're cooking fish meat, is if it smells fishy, not good. It should be like the ocean, like the deep ocean. We have so much flavor going on in here that we're really not gonna go crazy with the seasoning on this. We wanna hit it with a little salt, fresh cracked pep. So that's it, a real basic salt, pepper, bang. Look outside, a beautiful day, we gotta go outside and grill. First time grilling on Cooking Meat too, actually. A banner day over at the Cooking Meat family. So, make sure you get the grill hot. Hot stuff, cook stuff. All right, and we're gonna add our sexy topping. Funky Fish Monger's onto something. So this has got the garlic, this has got that pepper, got a bunch of seasonings, oil, Worcestershire, balsamic. Here we go. Oh, sexy. Top this up like this. We got this on high heat, and as soon as we start to sear it, we'll turn it down a bit. Medium high. I always blast the heat on full with the lid closed to get the inside super, super hot. So you see when we put it on, I mean, bang, charred. So that bottom is cooking really good. Fish, it is very important. You do not want to cook fish well done, especially good quality fish like this. Medium to medium well. You don't need to cook it rare. A good medium to medium well. You really don't want to cook this all the way through because that's when it'll get dry and chewy. You want a nice, moist fish. We're gonna close this for a second. California. First time I got drunk was right there on that beach. First time I did mushrooms was right there on that beach. First time I did acid was right there on that beach. First time I did cocaine. First blowjob. First time I lost my dog. First time I registered to vote. First date. Last date. Got arrested that one time. Got arrested that second time. That one wasn't. All right, let's check this guy out. Oh, look at that. Swordfish is a fatty steak one, right? It's a big thing. So you can see the fat starting to come out on the side. See all that dripping fat? That's a good sign. Yeah, so we're getting cooked. I bet you that's about medium. We're gonna flip this guy once. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. Now we play the waiting game. Very important when you're this close to the beach to cook outside because believe it or not, the wind actually brings a little bit of natural sea salt to the dish. It's all I ever lost in the sauce. It's looking pretty good. I would say we still got a little bit to go. We're back on this side. We're gonna see if we can get one last little roast on this guy. Again, fish is different from meat when I always say you don't want to flip meat a lot. You want to try and trap the juice. Not a lot of juice in the fish. So we're gonna cook it out. Just get a little bit of that natural sea salt. Let's see if we catch some. I think I got some. Oh, baby. We're gonna extra saucy. I don't think it needs it, but it wants it. Oh, yeah. That's what the sexy fishmonger would do. So we're pretty much done. It's probably like right to get into medium well. And remember, when you take things off the grill, it keeps cooking. So we're gonna add a little lemon juice to this. Oh my God, this is good, you guys. All right, let's bring all this in and let's go plate ourselves a plate of food to plate. So here we go. You guys ready? Getting ready. Redemption time. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? All I ever had. Redemption song. So let's take a scoop of risotto. Extra risotto for me. The fucking Lone Ranger. What do you think you're special? You think you're different? We're gonna take our beautiful fish meat. Put it right in there. We're gonna do a lemon that we zested so we don't waste it. We're just gonna make it a little sexy with some picked cilantro. Not chopped cilantro, picked cilantro. And you literally just pick the little leaves off it. It takes a little while, but you can pick herbs. Everyone likes to chop herbs and just dust it on there. So every once in a while, it's kind of nice to have something else. Keep it tight, we'll keep everything tight together. Beautiful fish meat. All right, I guess we should try it, right? I am so excited about this. This is gonna be spectacular. Perfectly cooked, I'm gonna tell you right now, we nailed it on this one. You can just smell all the lemon, perfectly cooked. Oh shit.
Who the fuck are you?
Run!